Welcome to the Connect Group Leader Training Podcast, where the learning is for leading. I'm your host, Caleb. This week's lesson in Explore the Bible, Session 4, taking a break from our Genesis study to look at the Christmas story. It says from page 47 of Session 4 on Luke 2, 1 through 15, quote, "The child born in Bethlehem was the centerpiece in God's plan to remove the sin barrier that had been erected in the Garden of Eden. A key element here is how God took the initiative to restore his relationship with humanity." They go on to say, as you prepare to teach this Christmas lesson, help the adults in your group to understand the joy of a relationship with God through faith in Jesus. This is also a Sunday when you may see some new faces, which is great. Pray that God will use your teaching to lead someone separated from God by sin toward a saving relationship with Christ. Whether you're doing another study, a study from a book of the Bible, a sermon-based study, or you're using Lifeway's Explore the Bible, this encouragement is for each of us. Let's be making those final invitations for folks to join us for Sunday services, normal schedule, including the candlelight services and the morning worship services. Let's make those final invitations for folks to join us for Connect groups as well. One practice we've talked about in our past trainings is to capitalize on Sunday morning worship gatherings to meet and connect new people to our Connect groups and to Franklin Heights Church. By looking 2 to 3 rows in front of us and 2 to 3 rows behind us, and equidistance side to side, we then identify the person we don't recognize, make a beeline to them during the greeting time, read their body language. If they wish for a handshake, shake their hand, a fist bump, or no contact at all, being tuned into them. With a smile, we invite them to come along with us to Connect Group immediately following the 8:30 service and to meet up for lunch after church. If it's the 11 o'clock service, invite them to next week's Connect Group and invite them to lunch as well. This shows Christ-like hospitality. We believe that Christ-like hospitality is a biblical practice for growing disciples. Hebrews 13:2a says, "Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers." That's our responsibility as Christ-like followers. 1 Peter 4:9, "Show hospitality to one another without grumbling." Romans 12:13, "Contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality." 3 John 1:5 through 8 says, "Beloved, it is a faithful thing you do in all your efforts for these brothers, strangers as they are, who testified to your love before the church. You will do well to send them on their journey in a manner worthy of God. For they have gone out for the sake of the name, accepting nothing from the Gentiles. Therefore, we ought to support people like these, that we may be fellow workers for the truth." And Ephesians 6:7, "Rendering service with a good will as to the Lord and not to man." If you see someone who may not be the best fit for your group, but they look kind of new to you, maybe there's a particular age group that your group is centered around, or there's just a different, they look like they would be, maybe they would, your group is primarily maybe 40s to 65s, and this is an 18 through 32-year-old, or vice versa. No worries. Go up to them anyway and invite them to come with you so you can introduce them to another Connect group that will be a better fit for them maybe. We're a team, looking out for each other's Connect groups. Philippians 2:4 exhorts us, "Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others." Let's get the word out this week to our Connect group members to make those final asks. Let's pray for courage and boldness, love and compassion to invite others this week. and let's pray for receptive hearts. By way of reminder, I am so excited for our upcoming training in February. This is going to be February 18th, 2024. It's going to be from 12:15 to 1:15 in room 706, 707. Lunch is going to be provided. Please come and bring an apprentice, bring an assistant Connect Group leader with you to the trainings, someone that you're raising up to coming up here, lead their own Connect Group, someone that you see potential in, bring them with you. We're going to be looking at research that backs up Connect Groups. We'll be looking at Lifeway research that validates the proven effectiveness of discipling people in smaller groups. So how do we maximize groups for increased kingdom impact? That's what we'll be discussing in this training. I'm really excited about our first topic during this training. We're going to look at creating an active, honest learning environment. And then we're going to look at how to thrive as a group in the age of nonlinear church attendance. I'm really excited about that topic. I think it's going to relate to what we're currently facing. But we will learn how we can thrive in the midst of nonlinear church attendance. And then we're going to talk about serving opportunities together coming up for Connect Groups, upcoming events, and then we'll have a brief concluding part of our training on having a care team in place and how effective that can be to reach others and to minister to each other. So we hope to see you. Make sure you save the date, February 18th, 2024, our next Connect Group Leader training. As we conclude, please click the subscribe button if you haven't already and share the episode with a fellow disciple maker, and definitely share it with your apprentice, your assistant Connect Group leader to help equip and train them as they move towards starting their own Connect Group. Thank you for listening to the Connect Group Leader Training Podcast, where the learning is for leading.